Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonzo. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the warrior queens of antiquity. Just as a reminder, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Legend tells us one thing and history tells us another. We learned that the Amazons did exist and they were skilled in the combat arts and exceptional warriors. What about warrior queens? Tradition has it that there were such women who dared to challenge the powers that be. Yet did such warrior queens actually exist? And did they prove to be exceptional strategists on the battlefield? Teuta was the queen regent of the Ardii tribe in Illyria, which is today's Balkans. Though short, her reign from 231 before the Common Era to 227 before the Common Era impacted and united the people of the region against the Romans. With the death of her husband, King Agron, she assumed the regency of the Ardean kingdom for her stepson, Pinez, and continued Argon's policy of expansion in the Adriatic Sea. Enter the Roman Republic. The conflict of piracy was of great concern to the Romans. Illyrian pirates continually disrupted regional trade and were a thorn in Rome's side. Rome sent ambassadors to the court of Queen Teuta and demanded that she put an end to all acts of piracy by her people and pay restitution for the Roman losses. Queen Teuta scoffed at Rome's demands and told the ambassadors that booty was the mainstay in Illyrian culture and that these so-called pirates, as Rome referred to them, had letters of marque that she herself had issued. Incensed by such demands, Teuta conspired against Rome. Upon their return to Rome, one of the ambassadors was killed and the other taken prisoner. Rome believed that Teuta had a hand in the murder, thus giving Rome the pretext to declare war. The might of Rome easily defeated the Ardeatans, and Queen Teuta was forced to accept the harshest of terms. Teuta had to relinquish the southern parts of her territory and pay tribute to Rome. Rome also stipulated that only 2 Ardean ships at a time could sail southward and must be unarmed. To ensure Rome's demands were met, they left a force of legionaries backed up by 40 ships to patrol the coast. Though she was allowed to keep her throne, Teuta was confined to an area north of Lissus, which is modern-day Lesia. Legend has it that feeling humiliated and defeated after the First Illyrian War, Teuta stepped down from her throne and leaped to her death from a nearby peak. Boudica was a queen of the British Celtic Iceni tribe who led an uprising against the conquering forces of the Roman Empire in the years 60 or 61 of the Common Era. According to Roman sources, shortly after the uprising failed, Boudica poisoned herself and died of her wounds. Boudica's husband, Prasutagus, with whom she had 2 daughters, ruled as a nominally independent ally of Rome. Upon his death, King Prasutagus, according to his will, left his kingdom jointly to his daughters and the Roman emperor. According to the Roman writer Tacitus, upon the death of the king, his will was ignored and the kingdom was annexed and his property taken. Tacitus goes on to say that Boudica was flogged and her daughters raped. The confiscation of all imperial donations to influential Britons was the common practice of the time. When the Roman governor Gaius Suetonius Paulinus was campaigning on the island of Mona, which is modern-day Anglesey, on the northwest coast of Wales, Boudica led the Iceni and the Trinovantes and others in revolt. They destroyed Camalodunum, modern-day Colchester. This city was the capital of the Trinovantes, but now a settlement for discharged Roman soldiers and a site of a temple dedicated to former Emperor Claudius. Upon hearing of the revolt, Suetonius hurried to Londinium, modern London, in an attempt to protect Rome's commercial settlement. Realizing that he did not have sufficient numbers to defend the Roman holdings, Suetonius evacuated and abandoned Londinium. Boudica led a large army of combined forces headed by the Iceni and the Trinovantes against a detachment of Rome's Legio IX. After defeating the legion, Boudica sacked and burned both Londinium and the town of Verulamium. After the devastating defeat, Suetonius regrouped his forces, and though heavily outnumbered, he decisively defeated the Britons. With Suetonius' victory over the combined forces led by Boudica, Rome confirmed their control over the province. But what of Boudica? According to Tacitus, she killed herself to avoid capture, while Cassius Dio asserts that she died of her wounds. This brings us to the end of Warrior Queens of Antiquity. In Part 2, we will be taking a look at your questions and comments. Just as a reminder, we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have included our email address and Instagram information. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Traveler's Tales. Artistos.